Hello and welcome. My name is William, and today I wanted to share with you stories of Muslims who were able to reverse Islamophobia. It is the topic of my first book, Young Muslim Changemakers. Context: in 2009, the main narrative in France, in the media or in politics, was that Muslims cannot integrate. They are poor, they're violent, and they don't participate in the society. So my intentions were to document and demonstrate with facts that you've got Muslims who, because of their faith, use religion as a motivation for them to be active citizens. And one of these examples is a small organization called Amatullah. And what they do is very simple. They cook food and organize soup kitchen for the homeless around Paris. And they were founded in 2006 by women. Think about a bunch of friends who see that in their local neighborhood, there is a huge problem with homelessness and the council doesn't do anything. So they've decided, let's cook our own food and just distribute it. The city council at the time in 2006 was very suspicious. They saw this new organization made up of Muslims and they thought, are these people trying to convert us? Are they a security threat? Are they terrorists? So they sent the French intelligence services to monitor the charity. And fast forward in 2009, everything had completely changed. They were the charity's biggest supporters. So why and how did that happen in just the span of 3 years? I did interviews with volunteers, I did interviews with people in the city council. They saw that they were doing a really good job feeding the homeless, and them doing their job was gathering a lot of support from everyone in the town, and not only Muslims. People from all sorts of ethnicities, cultures and origins supporting the charity, giving them meals, helping them finding a van. And since then, the city council has become a bit more proactive and has started to support the charity with finding them premises, helping with advertisement for events, including them in common events organized by the council, and so on and so on. So one thing people from the council told me is that meeting these volunteers face to face helped also a lot for them to realize that they were just normal people wanting to help out in the neighborhood. And this is probably what I think made the biggest difference. The most powerful initiatives that I've observed being able to change the perception at an institutional level in the city council, in the administration of a university, are the smallest one. Small is beautiful, which may seem paradoxical because you will think that they don't have any money, links and networks within the institutions, the administration, with the authorities, but still they manage to change completely perceptions around Islam and Muslims. Unlike larger humanitarian charities where if you volunteer for them or work for them, there can be a financial incentive. All the work these small organizations do is unpaid. No one receives a pound or a euro or a dollar for the work they're doing. People gather first because of the cause. They've observed something going wrong in the society and they've decided to join forces to help. These small organizations have a power of gathering people from all sorts of ethnic, cultural, social, economic, professional backgrounds, and even from different religious strands, Sunnis and Shias, people who are hardcore Salafis, people who are hardcore Sufis, and even people who do not believe in anything. They will join because they believe in the cause. They want to help out. And in the end, it creates a wonderful balance of opinions, because when people get to know each other and work together for a common good, this is where people who are, I would say, the most hardcore would soften, and people who were very distant from any form of religious practice and belief would find themselves a bit more open. There is, first of all, no formal hierarchy. It works more or less like a family, where if a new a person comes as a volunteer, they will be guided by people who are more experienced. And you have a very strong intergenerational dynamic in these charities. You will meet people who are in their 50s and their 60s, and at the same time you will meet people who are teenagers and people who are in their 20s, 30s and 40s. There's a bit of everyone there. They use shura, and so they take decisions through consultation and consensus, where even the newcomers have a say. They excel at keeping volunteers motivated, and you will see volunteers staying in the charity for years and years on, while if you look at all these big multi-million pound humanitarian charities, there's a huge turnover. People stay maybe 1, 2, 3 years at most, and then people get replaced and they move on. And because of this family dynamics, people have stronger bonds between them. People are not just volunteers because they become friends. And I've seen people, meeting their spouse, getting married, finding work through these small charities. It is a whole ecosystem, really. They are very, very good at teaching people a sense of responsibility. And you really feel that, this responsibility. What if I don't come on that day? I'm going to make the other struggle. These charities are also very good for conflict resolution because people share such strong bonds with each other. People come to a resolution very, very quickly. And more than anything, in a world where we believe that if you want to make a difference, you need either money, power, or fame, these charities are a proof that no, you can make a difference even if you don't have any resources. And even more, you can resist the current systems that are oppressing people. You can heal from the harms inflicted by society, and you can flourish. This is a space where, as I've said, people build things together, whether it's an artist collective, whether it is a community hub, where people are truly here for each other. It is spaces of nurture, spaces of conviviality, where people stick together, support each other, nurture each other. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much for your attention. In the meantime, take care of each other.